Hey guys, I just thought I'd upload a subway system that I've created. Basically it's a way that you can automatically load carts and get on them. Let me just actually get down to the bottom to it. Whee! There we go. Now I'll show you how it works once I get in there, but first I'll give you a demonstration. If you have any questions, feel free to post in the comments below this video. As you can see, I've been working on this map for quite a while. Hello, chicken. I don't know about anybody else, but does anyone get that crash that happens every like 15 or so minutes? Basically, it's the black screen, and you can't do anything. You basically have to exit Minecraft. Alright, here we go. So this is the subway lobby. As you can see, I got lights telling me when there's carts are ready. And this is where you actually get on. Basically, all you have to do is stand on any one of these buttons, wait for that light to turn red. If it turns red twice, it means there's two carts coming. One will stop here, one will hit the back of it, and should go back down. Sometimes it doesn't, obviously. Minecraft is a little glitchy like that. Once the cart's here, you just jump in it, and then press either one of these two buttons. And you're on your way. This subway system goes on for miles. It's something I created to help me get between my two bases that I've got. My spawn area is actually all the way up the other end of this, so it should be good. Just leave that here. Now I'll just go back and show you how it all works and some of the error checking that I got and backup systems, so it doesn't all go to hell when something breaks. As you can see, when you pull up at the station, you just jump out, yoink, and then press this button, and away it goes. That should go back down to the lobby. Okay, so I've got a system where you can actually load up carts if there's none left. If there's no carts in there, these lights won't be blinking, and I'll explain why later. Alright, let's go check out how it works. I just got a little storage area here. There is a doorway which leads to the actual railway lines. And here's where all the interesting stuff is. Okay, so I'll start from the start. This line here is where you load carts into. That was the loading cart. And they travel along here, into here, into here. And they sit around this track. This track is just a giant circle. These bits here are to make sure that the carts only go one direction, so I can control them. When a cart comes over, it'll hit this switch here, the pressure pad, turn this on. As you'll see next time, it'll turn red, and then it'll continue going along its way. If a cart tries to go backwards, it'll get up onto this ramp and get stopped because this isn't red. I'll actually give you a demonstration of that, what happens. Okay. Just wait for these two to pass. These three, sorry. Boom, let's make it move backwards. It'll stop. Now, that won't break the system, as carts coming in will hit it and knock it moving forward again. I've got a couple of these, just in case they get stuck, because I do know when this gets clogged, they do stop for no reason whatsoever. Okay, now those buttons that you stand on, they're hooked up by redstone up under here. The buttons are actually just above this bit here where I'm standing. Travels along here. I've got the redstone repeaters. I can manually call a cart here for debugging the system. And this switch here will not keep carts going around in this circle. It basically bypasses as if someone was standing on that button the entire time. just activates this redstone circuit here. Now the detector, which is what tells you when a cart is coming, is actually this bit here. I've got another story below this, which I'll show you shortly. For now, I'll bring you to the outlet pipe, which is this here. There's an inverter here, so when this gets powered, this inverter will turn this off, which will make this switch the other direction. It'll travel along here, hit the sensor to tell the user that a cart's coming. Travel along here, here, basically all the way up, and here. This will generally stop most of the double carts coming. When the cart travels along here, it'll hit this, go along here, hit this sensor, which is wired up to redstone to an inverter again, and will flip this over. If there is two carts coming that are, fairly separated, one cart will go along here, which will go up and onto the track, and the second cart will go here onto one of the intake lines. And I'll explain what that is shortly. So it'll travel along here. Let's assume there's only one cart coming. It'll go up here, out here, and that's where it'll come out. As you can see, I've got everything labeled outlet line. If there is two carts close together, they'll both go up along here, and one will hit up the top, as you saw before, and then roll back down. When it rolls back down, it'll enter into this inlet line here, which is also where it'll go if the two carts are separated by a little bit, traveling along here. So once it gets to here, it'll go back around by the booster rails, go all the way back down. Down, 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 down. Back onto the main loop here. Now, I'll show you the circuitry underneath this here. So remember that sensor I was telling you about? The one that tells the user when a cart is coming is here, and the one that makes sure that the system's actually working is this here. I'll show you the sensor just above it here, but basically this is hooked up to the flashing lights. I've got repeaters going up in the wall just over here. As you see, these will go on and off depending if there's carts going over the sensor or not. When it actually decides to, there we go. Yeah. They basically travel up, like that. It's very useful to have labels around everywhere because you can get lost in this or you forget what something is. So yeah, here's the sensor which detects if the system's working correctly. Every time a cart goes over that, the light flashes outside. Now along the railway lines out here, I have these. This is what detects if there's a user or not in the cart. Up above this button there is the ROX pressure plate, which is connected up to this redstone. Go along here to this, which will flip the track over, and I'll just show you that now. Here it is. When a cart goes along this pressure plate, it'll press this down and flip this track. If a cart comes along here with no user in it, it'll go back down into here, which is basically connects up to the inlet pipe from this side here. They both run into the same track. If a user is on it, you'll see it flip over and they'll go along the merry way up to the end. This is a booster because these redstone boosters don't actually allow the cart to travel over this. I wish that Notch would implement it so you have two types of detectors. One is the wooden pressure plate and the other one is the stone pressure plate. The wooden one, of course, will detect anything, whereas the stone one will only detect when a person's in it. If that had that, I wouldn't have this here, and it would basically work flawlessly. But sometimes you can get stuck going over this pressure plate, which is a little annoying. Anyway, that's pretty much it. If you have any questions about how this works, or you didn't understand anything that I explained, let me know and I'll let you know in the comments. See you later.